You're already crushing it on Amazon, you're already crushing it on Shopify. I'm going to show you how to set up a TikTok Shop seller account in the next 5 minutes. You're already making sales on other platforms, but I'm pretty sure you're hearing every single day other brands add $50,000 to $500,000 in revenue from TikTok Shop. And the problem is you just don't know how the setup is, the process, and if it's anything like Amazon or Shopify. By the way, it isn't. Today I'm going to be walking you through exactly how to set up your TikTok Shop account the right way, what documentations you're going to need, how it's different from other platforms, and the biggest mistake that gets multiple sellers denied. All right, we're on the TikTok Shop seller right here now. Then we have to decide which region are we applicating for, and probably you're watching this video, you might be from the United States, so you just have to go to the United States. Then from here, you're just going to make a login. You could either use your phone number or email. I always just recommend email because you get those notifications right then and there, and it's a lot easier. You could always like change your number. Having an email, you're always going to have access to that. So do this for the next step. Now, once you have your login made, you have to decide what type of seller are you registering as. Are you doing individual, sole prop, or corp? Normally, if you're watching this video, you already have LLC, so corp will do. But if you don't have one yet, individual is just fine, and you can use your personal social security number. Now, if you chose corp, that means you need your EIN, your federal tax ID, you need your business registration form, and if you lost it because it's been so long, you can get one from your state. You're gonna need some form of identification, either a passport or a ID, and your proof of address. So just any type of water bill, electricity bill will work. And same goes for if you're registering as an individual, you're still going to need some form of identification, and you're also going to need some form of a bill. Now I'm going to bring up one common problem I see sellers make every single time whenever they're making the application to become a TikTok Shop seller. Number one is they're editing the documents. TikTok pretty much knows when you edit the documents. It's all within AI. Don't ask me how, but never edit your documents. Whenever you get it from the state, wherever you get it from your electricity bill, keep it as is, right? Do not highlight nothing. Do not delete a page. Keep everything all together, just because TikTok does hate when something is edited because they see it as not original. And I have personally spent weeks going back and forth with TikTok just because my application kept getting denied. I had to reapply, denied, reapply. And eventually, once I stopped editing the documents, it went through. But that also brings me to problem number two. Always be happy changing your identification form. Either that's with the driver's license or passport. At this point, I have multiple shops and my ID is pretty much on all of them. And with this new shop, it kept getting denied. And I really couldn't pinpoint the reason. But once I just changed my ID to my passport, it went through. So I'm just assuming it could have been flagging me just because I have about 4 or 5 seller accounts, which again doesn't make sense because I've spoken to my TikTok rep and everything should be fine. It decides what it is. Now, as far as documentation goes, that's pretty much all you're going to need. You're also going to need your trademark number, whether it's still in the process or it's already done. It's going to be nice because you are going to be able to sell under that name. Now, if you are selling as a wholesaler, you are going to need an LOA from the brand if you want to start listing under that brand. That's pretty much how you set up your TikTok Shop seller account and avoid the 2 common mistakes most sellers do make. If you're already doing 500 to $1 million a year with your current brand and you want to automate the whole TikTok Shop process because you don't want to manage affiliates, you don't want to contact them, you don't want to set up an account, you don't want to make sure all the listings are right down to the SEO, we work with a few select brands managing their whole entire TikTok Shop strategy. If you want to explore working together, there's going to be an application link down below. Just click that website and book a call. Remember, don't forget about TikTok Shop. It's still very early where you could come in and it's not as crowded like Amazon. Your competitors are probably still thinking about TikTok Shop while you could be making money. I'm glad you enjoyed this video, and somewhere around here, I'm going to be linking the video on how to list products the right way on TikTok.